Well, hello everybody. Once again, doing a little bit more work on the breasthook today. So what that means is we're going to cut the hole out for the Sampson post. I'm going to measure that and get ready to cut that out. I'll probably use the drill press to drill the holes. And yeah, so that way we can kind of get ready to permanently affix this thing up here. That's kind of what's going to happen next. Maybe a little bit more shaping, I don't know, but for the most part that's where we're at with the breasthook. So here in a minute I'll bust out my tape measure and I'll take a measurement and figure out exactly how the Sampson post goes in. Alright, well I've marked the hole for my Sampson post. It's 3 by 3, so 3 inch by 3 inch, and I centered it along the middle of the breasthook where it'll come up and affix itself to the or come up through the breasthook and then of course affix itself to frame A. I even measured, I don't know if you can see it here, that 1 1/8. That's actually taken into account the frame underneath it, the distance between the frame that the frame has underneath it to the breasthook. I'm sorry, to the Sampson post. So that's what that is. That's why it's offset from the back. So that way it more or less rests right up against frame A. So hopefully we'll be able to do that in relatively short order. I went ahead and chucked up my drill press. So I'm going to drill 4 holes kind of along the corners of my Sampson post hole. And then I'm going to, once those are drilled, I'm going to use my jigsaw to cut this out. And then of course, you know, my files and sanders and all that to shape it so where it's relatively smooth. Doesn't need to be perfect because I don't have the Sampson post yet. So that's kind of what we're going to do with this, and relatively excited about it. So without much further ado, I'm going to go ahead and fire up the drill press and drill these holes. Well, hey everyone, trying out my tripod to see if I can't capture some action shots. So if this is a little laborious, I apologize, and please bear with me. But I wanted to see if I can't kind of show you what's going on as I'm doing it, so you can see my, you know, what I do and maybe even my mistakes as I do them. So as you can see, I now have my breasthook in my vise. So what we're going to do now, or what I'm going to do with the camera configured like this, is I'm going to go over there and I'm going to go ahead and use my jigsaw to cut out that square. Now I don't think it'll be perfect, and it doesn't really need to be, because I can go through and file it down and all that as I need to. But I just want that hole cut out. So that's what I'm going to do. So like I said, just bear with me. Kind of a Luddite when it comes to a lot of this, so I do apologize. But anyways, take my handy dandy jigsaw here, and up we go. Cut. Once again, you can see that I didn't get very good on the lines in some areas, and that's okay, because I can take a file or something like that and file that down and file out any areas to make it fit a little bit better. But that's kind of what we're trying to do, is just make the hole big enough so the Sampson post can go through and attach it to frame A, and then of course the keel. So we've done it. We've made the hole. So now I'm probably going to just go ahead and maybe do a little bit of fairing, a little bit of filing. But like I said, I don't have the Sampson post yet, so I don't really know what I need and what I don't. But that's kind of where we stand right now, and I hope, you know, that was a little bit more interesting than just having me talk about it. So we'll see. All right, on to the next step. All right, so like I said, we're going to start shaping the hole. Now, when we start shaping, a lot of these old tools that you may have used in shop class but haven't really used a lot since are probably some of the best for the job, like your rasp and of course your file. Obviously these are wood files because see how you can see how aggressive those teeth are. You're not going to shave metal with that. But anyways, so the idea being is that you want to kind of get it down to the line and get it, remove as much material as you can while somewhat staying true. In other words, making sure the hole doesn't have a bevel to it that will impede the Sampson post coming out. Alright, now's a good time to talk to you about some of the properties of this wood, which this marine ply is Douglas fir. While it's great, it has great strength, and it's awesome for the marine environment because it's just so rot resistant. It's very brittle and it likes to flake real bad. While normally this isn't a big deal, and if you have a big chip or a big flake, you can usually just compensate with it with epoxy. It's kind of a bear when you do a lot of this and you have it start to splinter. Now you don't know where your line is. So a little bit of this, unfortunately, you know, relies a lot on instinct and just knowing when the hole is about right, and that's getting pretty close. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of a bow. There you go. That's not bad at all. So anyways, that's kind of what I'm doing, is I'm just going around and getting it all the way flushed back up with that line, trying to make it as true and rectangular as it can be. And unfortunately, fir plywood doesn't make it any easier. That's kind of where we're at. That's what we're doing. So, like I said, don't feel that you need to throw those old tools away that you used in your shop class. They're still good for a lot of this. They're a lot more controlled than using power tools at times, at least I've found. So I wouldn't necessarily just throw them out. And a lot of those are my dad's. Like that file is it's my grandfather's. So, I mean, they last forever as long as you take care of them and don't lose them, which is what I have a problem with. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around the hole, true it up a little bit, just like I've showed you, and hopefully we'll get her kind of set back in the boat to where we can kind of see how the Sampson post hole is going to, and where the Sampson post is going to be, at least as it, you know, as it pertains to the boat. So that's what we're doing, and I'll catch you guys up when I'm done with it. All right, so that's the breast hook with the Sampson post hole cut. Looks pretty good. I think we'll keep it, and it's pretty flush too. Yeah, it's right flush to the back of the of frame A. So we did real good on that. So yeah, all that's left to do next is to run the Sampson post down, attach it to the keel and frame A, and then run it up through the hole here, and then we'll probably affix everything. But I want to dry fit everything first before I just epoxy everything in place and pray to God it holds. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me thus far. I know it's been a bit laborious as I muddle my way through YouTube. Like I said, I'm not a tech-savvy person, so I'm doing the best I can. I'm sure that's not a very good excuse, but it's the one I got. So hopefully coming up we will we'll get into maybe more laminating or maybe more inner hull work, but as it stands right now, I'm kind of at an impasse without the lamination materials. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like the tripod and the action shots, just let me know, and I'll keep doing them. All right. Or if you don't, and you don't like them, let me know, and I'll stop doing them. So whatever is the way to go. So just let me know, and I guess I'll catch you guys up when there's more to catch up on.